dark pain shoot up your arm. Your mind itches. You don't hear, but feel a whisper in your ear. It tells you to slip the ring onto your finger.
No. No, 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 no. Okay, good. You had me worried for a second there that I was just going to pick up the ring and put it on myself like an idiot. Good. Well, at least I'm not a total moron. Hello and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2, where we've just beaten the annoying illusionist Trompdoy. And we're pretty close, I think, to Brachus's treasure chest. His treasure vault. We don't know what's inside, but knowing Brachus is going to be unpleasant. And in fact, knowing Brachus, most of this is probably going to be cursed, isn't it?
Plenty.
That it is. Let's see, gold pile is not... doesn't have a value. Ah, Supernova skill book. Explode, creating fire surfaces and dealing 45 to 50 fire damage in a large area around you, except areas blocked by obstacles. Requires Power Connect 2. Which I don't have, but the Red Prince does. Purging Wand, 9 to 10 fire. Oh, this is what we actually came for. Carved from an ancient metal-like material, the wand is heavier than it appears. Carved along the shaft is a symbol of the Source King, Brachus Rex.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
That it does, that it does. Alright, an ornate chest with a magical helmet of +1 summoning. Okay, we're going to give that to you if the one we're wearing isn't already better. An unidentified dagger. Magical padding leggings, not very useful. Necromancer Tamsin's soul jar. Let's quick save. I'm not sure whether we can take that with us.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice. You see, or rather, you feel a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Brachus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
And we have another number of options. We can either absorb the soul, destroy the soul jar, or slip the jar into the backpack. We're going to take the soul jar.
Good find.
Because, after all, Gratiana did tell us to look out for these. Most likely because one of them is hers, I think. Necromancer Rask's soul jar.
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move. The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power, for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
So, both times we've mentioned a tower and a woman. I'm betting the woman is that Wendigo woman. She seemed obsessed with Brachus Rex. And she was standing right next to a tower, wasn't she? Necromancer Gwick's soul jar. Okay, let's do this.
This jar glitters and glows. From within, you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink. The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still twisting in your gut.
So far we have a lizard, a dwarf, and I think a human.
Nice.
Alright. And that's Trompdoy's soul jar. Okay. Let's quickly loot this one before we take that. A small masterwork rune. Okay, thank you. Now, let's see, after we take this painting, let's see what Gratiana has to say.
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana. As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Brachus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
You know, I'm going to assume that it actually is regret. Like, talked about how, she went to Amadia's giant statue, and how she found it, and how it felt like the goddess comforted her. I'm gonna trust her for now. I mean, she is helping us right now. And Trompdoy's soul jar.
The jar before you glows with a blue light. Its appearance flickers and changes. It is at once a brightly colored motley and then a deep gray.
Wait a minute. Oh, he said destroy the soul jar, huh?
You hear roaring laughter and shouts, then the hush of silence. You think you can hear quiet, choking sobs from within. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a beautiful palace court. It's filled with cheers, but you can almost taste the fear in the room. You see a jester prance in the court. He casts illusions, playing to his master's cruelty by picking on the weakest in the room. He lives for the laughter and applause. The scene spins, a new face, a new fool to make his master laugh. Don't worry, he's told, you'll always have your place. The door closes, and you see the illusionist in the dark of this dungeon. He's alone, surrounded by gold and deathly silence. Your hand falls from the jar, your skin prickling and cold after the vision. To die down here would be terrible. To live down here for eternity, you shudder at the thought.
And that'd be especially terrible for a jester, because you're basically saying, haha, you live for laughter, you live for the roar of the crowds here. Go in the dungeon where you're all alone for eternity. Yeah, we're gonna smash this one. Okay, the Vault of Brachus Rex, 4,000 experience. What's that say? We destroyed Trompdoy's soul jar. He should be at peace now. Okay, and we have one more thing to do. We have this cursed ring, after all. And I know it's stupid of me. I'm gonna try it on.
ring just got tighter. A lot tighter.
Which makes us cursed. But fortunately, we have a bless spell and an infinite. Oh, you have something to say to me, don't you?
Out of the frying pan and into... You know what? You've heard that one before, so let's try a new one. Shite's all mucked up. Yeah, it seems more to the point, doesn't it?
Oh, right. I haven't talked to you yet about meeting, going to the Hall of Echoes. Yeah, I totally macked on her.
Is that so? Look, I don't know where you've been and what you saw, but I believe you believe it. And I guess that's what matters, yeah?
Yeah. What comes next, do you think?
We find a ship, and we sail off into the great blue yonder.
I like this plan. Alright, is there anything else we've not looted? Oh, a Heart of the Tyrant. Hello, what's that? A chest armor piece.
Lucky find.
The Artifacts of the Tyrant. Let's see. We found some armor called Heart of the Tyrant. Part of a full set, it seems. Something odd about the armor. It seems to emit a fiery aura. Okay, so we have the chest piece. We have the helmet. Where's that helmet of the... Cursed... Where's that helmet of the Tyrant? There it is. Corrupted Tyrant's helm. +1 strength, -1 leadership. Grand skill, Purge. Oh, I see. If we were to wear this, we would have the helmet. We would have the skill to purge those to purge the Shriekers. And we also have that wand. Where to go? Where did the wand go? Actually, let's identify this. What is this? A Strawberry Snitchblade. +1 finesse, crippled, backstabs, and grand skill, Sawtooth Knife. I'll tell you what, you probably want that, right? Yeah, let's put that there. Let's put this there. And let's sell this off. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. And while we're here, does that one give you summoning? Yes, and also finesse. So that one's useless to us. And +1 retribution. Who needs better slack? So that's 13 to 14. Yeah, that would be an improvement for you. Wonderful, wonderful. Heart of the Tyrant. Marked by blows of Source Hunters millennia ago, Sorcerer King Brachus Rex was wearing this very armor when he was captured and sentenced to death. +10 fire resistance, +1 warfare. Do I dare put it on? Actually, is that any better than what we're wearing right now? Yes, yes it is, by quite a bit too. But is it going to curse us? That is the question, isn't it? Either way, let's head out, alright? And we have a statue here, too.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
Alright, we'll take our leave. Can we get out of here somehow? Ah, with the lever. Is the lever cursed? No, we're good. And there we go. We're free to go back to the Sanctuary of Amadia. And you know what? Let's go... Alright, I'm still cursed, aren't I? So, really quickly, I want you to cast Bless on me, so I can get rid of that bloody ring.
Bloody ring. It's loose.
Okay.
Stay off.
Yeah, get off and stay off. We don't need you. Our current ring was actually better than you anyway. +1 power kinetic. There we go.
My newest and oldest friend. Thank you.
It's peaceful
Thank
here.
the goddess
I'll
Armadi.
not be sorry to see the
Not
back of
I.
these swamps.
Alright, real quick. Gratiana.
And? Have you found them? Did you bring the soul jars?
Yes. What do you want? I do have some questions about them.
Questions? There is no time for questions. Just give me the jars.
Why does this one have your name on it?
It matters not. All that matters is that you give it to me.
Oh, that'd be the ultimate troll. Yeah, here you go. Oh, whoops, clumsy me. I'm gonna trust you. Don't stab me in the back.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face.
So, What actually happened to you?
I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex.
That explains why all the other things had mentioned a woman standing by his side. It was you, wasn't it? That's why your thing doesn't mention a woman.
But more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen.
No judgment for now. Let her tell her tale.
As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous.
It must have been frightening to see him change like that.
I tried not to see it. I told myself it was fine, that the stronger he became, the stronger I was. What stupid lies. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came, until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless.
Well, whatever you did in the past, you seem to be making up for them now.
Armadia is merciful in her love. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
Well, I'm glad you found something better than what you were doing.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia, I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil. But Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me.
What is the Hall of Echoes like?
I spent far too little time there. It was a strange place, but there was peace. A peace I never knew before.
Will you go back now that you're free?
Perhaps someday. For now, the world lies at my feet, and I have an eternity to see it, to praise Armadia's name. But first...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, brother.
Yeah. We're gonna give her a hug. Thank you for your tale and for trying to live a good life.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't... I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk forever in Armadia's grace.
Hey, we got a quest reward. Magical Dwarven Crossbow. +1 range, -1 movement, +5 accuracy, a magical stone, geomancer, sneaking. Yeah, the crossbow seems the most useful there.
Grant these soldiers your protection.
Your hotbar deck is full. Access second space if you need more space.
And set their blades aflame.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I pray you will bless their armor, so no curse may pass it. I
Hey,
pray
wonderful.
you see them safe. I pray this in your name.
Alright, as of now, we have two methods to basically break the curse on the Shriekers.
Good to see you.
But I still have some other things to see. You see, this island is not entirely fully mapped. There's a mysterious cave here, but we haven't gone over here. We haven't seen what's over in this section of the island. So before we do that, let's go do that, shall we? There we go, and the power teleportation brings us all over here to this side of the beach where we normally couldn't get to. So let's see what we can get on this side of the beach. Ifan, you're on point. Let's see, we have some shells, always lovely. What I really need, though, are sticks. Sticks so I can make staves. And did I see... Yes, I did see a crate over there. And with some nails, we can make those into lockpicks. What can we get over here? Ow! We can find a trap is what we can find. We can't quite reach anything up there, but we... Oh! Scale gloves. Hello. We'll take those real quick. And a body with a crafting metal part 4. Okay, wonderful. We'll quickly read that. Let's see, that's 4, 9, 11, and the Tales of the Seven Gods. Okay. What have those crafting metals been giving us, actually? Improvised staff, big tongs, work together. Let's see, potions, healing bottles, grenades, arrows, wonderful. Armor, we don't need those because we already have the massive shapeshifter. Handmade shield is metal scraps and wood chips. Not very useful. Food, we don't know much there. Lock picks. Okay, we make scrolls, okay. Out of... Oh, that's actually kind of useful. Oh, we make resurrection scrolls out of paper. That's genuinely cool. Yeah. So let's come up here, shall we? Actually, we already looted the body. Never mind. What's up here, I wonder? Oh, another body. Hello. What's on you, I wonder? A crumbling skull. This crumbling skull contains whispers of an ancient, tortured soul. The soul can open a door in the maze, but perish in the process. Well, that sounds delightful, doesn't it? And is this a door into the maze, I wonder? Let's go check. Oh! This is the maze that those architects were talking about, isn't it? So what all do we see? We have some chests. Wonderful. Water balloon. And nothing. And some gold. Okay, how can we get inside here, I wonder? Can we teleport down? Can we get over here, maybe? The game seems to think we have a way over there. Ah, we can come around the cliff. Okay. Oh, we have a mark over here. Hollow Marshes, Dragon's Beach. I wonder. Oh, and a source pool. Wonderful.
Stern eyes and a sterner face stare into your very soul. Under the inescapable gaze, you begin to shiver uncontrollably.
Another crawling rat, tracking your stinking paws beneath my nose. Vermin are not tolerated in my house. Begone!
No?
Do not doubt my power. I merely wish you gone. You are gone. Begone!
Okay, you can banish him. He'll come back to us, alright? That's how it works, right? Yeah, you are banished outside the maze, but we're still here. Yeah, that's alright. I mean, it's unpleasant because you're one of the guys who has both the gloves teleportation and the ability to teleport yourself.
The stony gaze of the gargoyle holds you fast. Gravel rumbles in its throat.
Stranger, you enter topsy-turvy.
Oh, because we bypassed the main gate. We have the Ring of the Source King?
Welcome home, master.
And here, oh, this will be the tower they talked about. Red Prince, get over there. Get in that source pool, alright? So what is in the tower? We have something over here.
Did I ever tell you of the time I cursed that court eunuch? Court eunuch to speak only truth, and he admitted pleasing Bacchus's mistress. Yes, you did.
Oh, you guys are the rest of them.
How about the time Bacchus...
Let's quick save real quick, alright? What happens if we go over there and talk to you, huh? Nothing in that, nothing in that. We're a man down right now, so we want to... Tell you what, let's wait until Ifan can come back here, alright? Let's see, where was the door to the tower? We came by through... Actually, where are you at right now? Oh, you're at the entrance to the gate. So you need to get around the side again. Bloody heck, this is going to take a long time. There, now that Ifan's caught up, let's go have a word with these necromancers, shall we?
Pleasing Bacchus's mistress. Yes, you did.
As you enter the room, you see 3 skeletons sitting around a table, cards in hand. They creak and turn to stare at you.
A beating heart. Does Brachus need us once more, jailer? Are we finally to be freed?
If I were to say yes, would you believe me?
That door's been sealed for centuries, but now you're here to check on us?
Let it speak. Tell us, what news? Does Brachus still sit on the throne? What ruin has he brought to the land?
What care I of Brachus? Tell us, invasive flesh. Does the harlot Gratiana share his bed still? Does she still serve his wicked desires?
Let's tell the truth. Brachus has been dead for centuries.
The old beast was put down. Ha! Death was too much of a kindness.
For all his experiments and research into ancient races, he never managed to escape death. How fitting. But now that he's as rotten as we, I can finally enjoy the moonlight again. Oh, to walk with the wolves by my side once more.
To walk with the wolves by your side, are you actually going... Who are you guys? Are you actually going to just run out and cause havoc? I get the feeling like that's going to invite trouble. Let's do it anyway, just in case.
Thinks we will be dictated.
We've been here for centuries, our source sealed away. We're not about to let you lock that door again.
Sorry, sweet pea, but it's a fair point. We may need your source, but the good news is you'll make a beautiful corpse.
Can we talk about this?
For 1,000 years, I've had to listen to prattle. No, it's time to act.
Alright, let's try this another time. Let's see if we can't do this peacefully. After all, we do have their soul jars. I wonder, what happens if I say we're going to use this?
The jar stands before you, cold and still.
What happens if we absorb the soul?
Something inside you strains. You are replete. You cannot absorb more source.
Ah, we can only do that if we can absorb their souls as source. Oh crap. Oh gosh. I'm just thinking back to that giant jar full of source juice and realizing we've been basically absorbing human souls this entire time. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is monstrous. Oh my gosh. So what happens if we just destroy these soul jars?
The jar stands before you, cold, and a human spirit slips from the ruins of the jar. Decked in necromancer robes, she turns to you, bows, and starts to fade away to nothing.
My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, tiny death.
And that just kills him straight out.
They crumbled to nothing centuries before. Oh, you can just say go fish, you know?
And if I then talk to you, will you guys be any different?
You see 2 skeletons sitting at a table, cards in hand. They creak and turn to stare at you.
Who are we speaking to?
Why, my darling, just simple necromancers. Simple, dead, cursed necromancers.
Oh, flesh, does your impudence know no bounds? You dare pretend you do not know the mighty rascal, necromancer to Brachus Rex himself? You disgust me.
You guys seem to have been trapped for a long time. Can I help?
Your help is indeed appreciated. Almost as appreciated as your source shall be once it is ripped from your body.
It's been a long time since I've had something worth nibbling. Your source, though, I reckon that'll sustain me for a long, long time.
Okay, just a minute, real quick. Okay, Beast, You do your thing with those jars.
The pictograms on the jar stand. You see a shape emerge from the ruins of the broken jar. A lizard in the finest necromancer robes. It grudgingly nods at you as it starts to fade from the mortal realm.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to bone. Farewell.
And we can then destroy this one as well.
The jar seems quiet enough. The jar shatters like glass, but a spirit rises from the shards like smoke. The ghost of a dwarf bedecked in necromancer robes winks and blows you a kiss before slowly fading to nothing.
Beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
Well, that was simple. Alright, did they have anything good on them? You had a filthy iron key, a large ancient key made of sturdy iron. Over time it's become encrusted with filth, but surely its usefulness remains. Wonderful. And you had nothing. And what about you? Nothing. Okay. What about the vases and containers around here? Nothing. 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 I'm sensing a theme. A cooking pot. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. Happy birthday. Christmas has come early. I wonder, what could we do? Will that open the door over here? Let's check it out. Yep, that unlocks the door. And we can come through here to see what we find. We have a statue, which hopefully is going to talk to us. Nope. Good, good. And a lever. That just open the door? What did that just do? We have some skeletons and a statue. Ooh, a magical dwarven staff of poison. Wonderful. That means we can quickly go in and mark this one of poison as being superfluous and wears. Good. What do you have on the skeleton, huh? Gold, a bit of gold, always welcome. And an official rulebook on archery. Okay, let's go to Ephon before I read that. What's that teach us? This rather dry rulebook prescribes a set of rules for archery contests. It's specifically detailed on on how contestants may not consume Belich's mushrooms or potions containing them. That contains so much detail, you think you could probably use it to create a Belich's potion. Alright. And over here we have some chests. We just need to get through the poison. Well, yeah, put that out, will ya? Thank you. Now, what's over here? Past the fire. A locked door. Can you unlock that? Thank you. What do we have? We have another skeleton. Thank you. We have a bone pile with nothing. A metal crate and an empty box, also empty. Behind them we have a little thing on the wall, so let's quickly pop that open, see where that goes. To another study. Hello. What's in here? We have some paintings. We have a tattered blueprint. Let's read that real quick. Upon this page is drawn a blueprint of a tomb or vault of some sort. Underneath the drawing, words are scribbled randomly seemingly at random. The words illusion and bracket strikes are circled multiple times, and an arrow points to a particular room. The words soul jars are written along the length of the arrow in tiny letters. Ah, that'll be for the maze downstairs. Okay. Can we get anything from the bookshelves? A brewer's appendix, thank you. A row of books, also empty. Okay, let's just ransack the shelves, shall we? There's gotta be something useful here. An unadorned belt of +1 leadership and a true brew Amadouvier. Okay. And something in the tower, perhaps? Besides spiderwebs and an empty statue? No, apparently not. But we do have more stacks of books and a row of books over here with empty paper and warfare. Ooh, hello, an unidentified ring. A magical stone wand. We can replace our own stone wand with that. Thank you. And a painting. And a crafting level part 5. Wonderful, wonderful. Anything else? No, it doesn't look like. And we will continue to loot the books. Let's see. Bark at the rune. A thunder rune. Wonderful. True Brew Jelly Room. Thank you. And a restoration scroll and more paper. Okay, wonderful. Don't see anything else on the floor. So the question becomes, what happens when we pull this lever?
I heard something. Something seemed to move into place.
Okay. Well, let's go back out here then, through the tunnel. So what moved? Well, there's a skeleton up here, empty. Ah, did this open up? Is that what happened? Ah, there was a trap there. Which means there might be fire if we don't block that. Let's quickly drop that on top of that, shall we? Just in case. Okay, good to know. That'll trigger that. Question becomes, how do we get over here? How do we open this gate? There must be a lever to pull somewhere. Oh. Step on that, will ya? Oh. Okay, so that's a trap then. Get off that, get off that. Would you stop stepping on the bloody trap? Okay, we have an open door over here with tons of gold. Wonderful, wonderful. And more books. Legend of the Blood Rose. We're gonna have to just do an episode of just me reading this. Teleportation scroll. We don't need that, but it's useful. Crack Novel Part 13. Wonderful. Magic of Blood. Not so good. A blue ring with +1 Hydrosophist. Thank you. Wonderful. Since we're using some water wands, you might want to just use that anyway. It'll replace our pyrokinetic ring, but that's all right. We got a zombie in there. Along with something. Duke Stephen Shuking. A Worm Trimmer School Book. Thank you very much. And a wooden figurine. A hand-carved figurine of well-oiled Lapidaran wood. These beady lies seem to follow you no matter where you place it. Okay, let's steal that. Can we talk to that? No, we can't interact with it at all. However, let's see what we can find in here, inside the cell.
Key.
Well, then lockpick it. You have the thievery skill. That's what it's for. Oh boy. The zombies did not, in fact, like that. Okay, so what can we do about that? Well, we can just cast, how far can we get it? There we go. Cripple it. And you know what? Come over here and just restore it, alright? Can you cast restoration on it? There we go. Zombie dead. Taken care of. Well done. So who's standing on a trap somewhere, huh? Is that just autocast now that this thing is open? Let's see, we had repair hammer, some gold, more gold, and lockpicks. Always welcome. Okay, what is that hitting? Against that wall. I wonder, is there something over there?
Look out. I see a nearby.
What the? I just got one shot by a bunch of traps on the ground. Okay, so that's a thing. That's good to know. Okay, let's get you out of there. Let's get everyone healed up. Yikes. Yeah, that's scary. Okay, we have an empty skeleton. Now, what does this have? Is that like a source lantern? Do we need to put source into it?
The air around the glowing relic thrums with power as the source barrier quietly crackles in the background.
Yeah, let's focus source powers on the relic.
The hum of the relic grows louder, and bright light starts to spill from its runes. Cracks start to spread across the surface, and it shatters like glass.
Okay. And Ethan, I just saw a rat scuttle past us. Where'd it go? There it is. Rat. I'd like to talk to you, please.
You don't look lost at all.
Are you being sarcastic?
Sarcastic me? Not at all. I'd never be sarcastic me. Oh no, not in the least.
Well, what do you know about this place, then?
The rat's eyes widen.
I don't know anything about this place. Nor do I know anything about a blood rose, or a witch, or some dead people.
How do you tell me about this blood rose you don't know anything about?
Oh yes, that's right. I'm so going to give you all the information you want, while you do nothing for me.
Well, what can I do for you, then?
Look, I don't have a problem that means I can't tell the truth, and I don't want you to help me fix it.
It makes a face that says, "Understand?"
What could cure this troublesome affliction that you don't have?
The rat gives you a grave and meaningful look, inviting you to listen carefully.
I don't think the problem is in my head, and further to that, I don't think the problem could be unscrambled by the use of source. I can categorically state that a short, sharp shot with something of a magical persuasion would absolutely not solve my problem immediately. And I do not invite you to look at the subtext in what I just said.
All right. Will magic on it not kill you?
The rat gives you a long stare that tries and fails to say, "Of course not."
So yes, I'll see what I can do.
The rat breathes a long sigh of relief, closes its eyes, and steels itself for what's coming.
I wonder, if I do zap you with something magical, will you then die? You probably will. You have 48 hit points. So we need something shock of something magical that won't kill you then. What's the lowest level magic I have? We'll give you a dose of... Actually, what's the wares? Here we go. This is the weakest staff I actually have. Let's take off everything else. Put that in the right bag. Will that zap you? If we were to attack you with something magical. Come on, I gave something magical, man. Okay, how now?
You still don't look lost.
Are you still being sarcastic?
He looks at you as if to say, "Well, duh."
Okay, I'm confused. We zapped with something magical. Do you have to die from it? Is that what's happening? Because if so, that's not what's going to happen. I'm not going to kill a rat just because it's cursed. I mean, okay then. What all do we have in here? Oh, an empty vase with a closed circuit skill book. Requires 2 points of source, which means we can't actually use it. It's an arrow thurge. All right, beast, you're the strong guy. Open those up, will ya? Ow. Hands of the Tyrant. +1 two-handed. Okay, I guess. Get out of the poison, will ya? Ooh, a log. We can turn that into sticks and into staves. Wonderful. What else do we have around here? Empty barrels, a chest. Is that illusory? Oh, wow. Gold, a haste scroll, a knockdown arrow. Adrenaline skill book, we don't need that. Unidentified boots. Look like mage boots. What are those? Let's see. 13 toes sandals. Requires intelligence 12. 25 magic armor, though. How do those compare to what we have? They're better. Don't give us movement bonuses, but they give us a skill instead. Which I'll always take over a petty movement bonus. Well, that's interesting, I suppose. Now the question becomes, well, we've gotten into Braxis Rex's vault, into his tower. What now? Well, I'll tell you one thing we could do. We don't need to shock it, but I'm betting we can cure it with Bless, can't we? Who has source? Beast, you have source. Go cure that. Go cure the rat, will ya? Okay. Fine. I get it. Nothing I do will ever have a happy ending.